Hello and welcome to a What's Happening this week in Star Citizen as we move into the first week of July 2020. We are still waiting on Star Citizen Alpha 3.10 to go from EVOCATI to First Wave PTU. That will be the EVOCATI subscribers and concierge all getting their hands on it and no more embargo on being able to report on it basically. Cloud Imperium have said, as you've probably heard by now, we've started testing the upcoming Alpha 3.10 with our EVOCATI test flight group. The EVOCATI testers are currently hammering away at early versions of the build and reporting bugs and feedback so we can open up access to more and more players. We are very close to being able to open up the PTU to a larger audience and can't wait for you all to get your hands on it. Stay tuned for more information. I was personally expecting that first wave PTU to be in full swing by now, but hopefully that should be something we get this week, that first wave PTU. On Tuesday they're releasing a former subscriber exclusive portfolio post on the 6th platoon with some background and lore stuff, little story stuff there that people might find interesting. Wednesday we are going to have the Persistent Universe and Squadron 42 monthly reports highlighting what developers got up to throughout June, but what they're also currently working on. Their monthly report gives us the only Squadron 42 updates that we see currently and a lot of info about what's going on with both projects. I am going to be closely looking for more details with Star Citizen on Vulkan integration and their Gen 12 renderer, news on the iCache and server meshing, and any indications of content and plans for Q4 2020. Are we going to see Pyro in Q4? Is it going to be a 4.0 patch or is it going to be a 3.12 patch without Pyro and just the Crusader landing zones, stuff like that? We don't have enough information yet to work out what the lockdown has done in forms of delay, and we sort of like need lots and lots and lots of updates, and Cloud Imperium have been relatively tight-lipped on certain things, which is not as helpful as it could have been. Inside Star Citizen is on a 3-week break and is expected to return on the 23rd of July. Because of the upcoming US holiday, the roadmap will receive its updated date earlier than usual, so I'm hoping that at some point in the very near future we will see the roadmap expand out to Q4 2020. Otherwise, we're just going to have a roadmap to 3.11, the Q3 patch, which will be odd. Friday is a Star Citizen Live at 4 PM UTC. That's going to see the vehicle experience team talking about the flight experience with ships, targeting and turrets as a main focus, but it is going to be based on questions that us as a community give. At the moment, they are requesting questions on a thread, which I will link down below. The currently most asked questions are, could you give us information on AI Blade and NPC crew turrets on big ships and general NPC crew questions? How long can non-VTOL ships expect to hover before they start to damage their maneuvering thrusters? We're getting improved targeting for fixed weapons. Can you go into more depth on exactly what that means and how it will affect combat and fixed loadouts? What benefits can VTOL ships expect to have over those without VTOL thrusters? That sort of stuff. So the higher upvoted questions are more likely to get answered by Cloud Imperium, as well as a few questions taken on the day is the sort of like expectation there. I wanted to show some of these as well from Capucha 4. So I have no idea if I've got your name correct, I'm a monster. They've made some awesome Starkidden versions of the 890 and Javelin, which I just absolutely love. I must visit the Star Citizen content hub more often to see some cool stuff like that. That's they've actually got some pretty good staff picks there on occasion with some interesting sort of fan creations and apps and that sort of stuff. I'll be looking at probably in the future as like a weekly or monthly sort of episode looking at what's on that content hub. I will be covering all of 3.10's new features and gameplay as soon as it hits Wave 1 on the PTU. Obviously I'm under NDA during the EVOCATI phase, so I can't talk about the specifics of that EVOCATI patch that we're currently playtesting. Content-wise, my sort of rough priority is doing a patch notes video, look at each of the new major features, tours of any of the new ships and vehicles that are in, and some guides on where to get new items, ships and gear, and how to make some quick Alpha UEC, any sort of like in-depth mechanics that have changed. We'll have a look at that, and some of the sort of like how to make Alpha UEC as each of the roles and how each of the roles work in a lot of detail, I will say, for the live build. But there's, yeah, a huge amount of content I want to do for the live build for sure. Tomorrow, we're going to have the winner of the June giveaway for the Prowler and a new ship for July's giveaway announced. I'll also be getting up a what's happening in July from Star Citizen and my channel, updates like that with what's happening with my editor and all that sort of jazz. We'll be talking about the computer Azatec sent me to help with my sort of like workload, and it's been really subsumed into my recording and editing. It saved me a lot of time, so I'll be talking about stuff like that. But yeah, if you've got any questions about Star Citizen and what's happening this week, or any questions that you'd like answered, chuck them in the comments below. Any suggestions or feedback for content, that would be greatly appreciated as well. If you want to get involved in my channel giveaway as well, it's for a Prowler. It was given to me by Cloud Imperium. Thanks very much for that. All you got to do is comment on any of my videos made during June to be in for a chance of winning that. Also, lots of shill links down below. If you're looking for a VPN, NordVPN's there. Bam, click on that, use that. Discounts, boom, VPN, better than a free service. And also Shadow Gaming PCs for using the power of the internet and leveraging there, so they don't have to own your own gaming PC. You can just use a subscription service there, which could save you a lot of money. It means you don't have to maintain your own hardware. Boom.